Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. Today, we're diving into one of the most influential strategy books ever written, Sun Tzu's The Art of War. But we're not just doing a simple summary. We're going through Stephen Kaufman's hard-nosed, no-nonsense interpretation. This version strips away the ancient poetry and gets right to the point: how to win, how to control your environment, and how to think like a true leader, or, as Kaufman calls it, a warlord. Whether you're in business, sports, or just navigating life's challenges, the principles in this book are a game changer. So let's get into the best of the best. First, the warlord's mindset. Before any battle, before any move is made, you have to get your head right. Conflict isn't something to avoid, it's essential for growth. But a smart warlord never fights a battle he can't win. Your first job is to ask yourself the hard questions. Do you truly believe in your goal? Do your key people believe in it and in you enough to see it through to the end? Are the times right? Do you have the supplies and the secure supply lines? Can you stand alone and make tough, decisive calls? And this is crucial. You must be true to yourself. Indecision is a death sentence. You have to appear all things to all people, but you must first be resolute in your own heart. Your team will sense if you're faking it. Reward your people equally and well, but not too often. And if someone shows they can't be trusted, dispose of them immediately. Empathy for the disloyal is seen as weakness. Hope is wishful thinking. Definitive action is what wins. The ultimate weapon: deception. Once your mindset is locked in, your primary tool is deception. Sun Tzu is clear-cut. All warfare is based on deception. Never let the enemy see you coming directly. Make him think one thing while you strike from another direction. Feign friendship while you plan their demise. Keep them off balance. If they move right, you encircle them from the right, but leave some men to move left. Insult them, degrade them, offer them fool's bait to make them act rashly. The absolute best strategy? Let the enemy defeat himself. Poison their supplies, create dissension among their ranks, and when they are flustered and confused, destroy them totally. Preparing for war. It's all about supplies. You can have the best plan in the world, but without the right supplies, you're finished. And this isn't just about weapons. It's about food, ammunition, and money. They are all equally important. Oversupplying can be as bad as undersupplying. It makes you slow and sluggish. Your troops should carry what they need for the initial thrust. Don't get caught having to buy supplies at inflated prices from locals. Be good to the local peasants, but never trust them. Your belief in total victory must be absolute. If your troops sense you're not fully committed, their morale will crumble, and others will see you as weak and try to take advantage. And when you do win, reward your warriors lavishly and in public. But also, treat the defeated enemy soldiers with respect, especially the brave ones. They can become powerful allies if you integrate them wisely into your own forces. Winning without fighting, the highest form of skill. Here's one of the most famous lessons. The greatest victory is the one where you win without ever drawing your sword. How? By disrupting the enemy's plans, breaking their alliances, and making their people sympathetic to your cause. If you can make the enemy's army impotent and have them align with you, you achieve your goal without the cost, hatred, and chaos of physical battle. Attacking a city is the last resort. You'll be fighting not just soldiers, but citizens defending their homes. That's a messy, costly fight. The insightful warlord knows himself and knows his enemy. If you know both, you need not fear the result of 100 battles. If you know yourself but not the enemy, your chances are 50-50. But if you know neither yourself nor the enemy, you will be defeated in every battle. The power of heaven and personal control. Kaufman talks a lot about heaven. This isn't about praying for luck. It's about aligning your actions with a kind of universal principle of conviction. When you plant a seed of endeavor with absolute authority and true belief, and your cause is just, the universe, heaven, has no choice but to cooperate. But this only works if you've done the work. You must know the terrain, the distance, your supplies, and the strengths and weaknesses of every single one of your people. You don't make archers out of cooks. You manage your resources by delegating intelligently. Control the few who control the many. This creates a harmonious organization that can withstand any attack and make the enemy see illusions. Be fluid, be unpredictable. In war, there are no constants. A clever warlord never repeats his successful tactics in the same way. The enemy will learn and prepare for them. The variations in the universe are infinite, and so are your methods. Be like water. Be fluid. When you advance, penetrate deeply and swiftly. When you retreat, disappear without a trace, tiring the enemy as they chase a ghost. Draw the enemy to you by offering bait, then destroy them. Attack where they are weak because they've had to spread their forces thin. A small, well-organized force can cripple a large, slow one using hit-and-run tactics. The key is to remain resilient and adaptable. The 9 situations of war. Kaufman outlines 9 types of ground or situations you'll face in any campaign. Understanding these is like having a cheat sheet for conflict. They range from vulnerable ground, which is accessible to everyone, to the place of death, the most dangerous of all. But the place of death can also be your greatest weapon. When troops know they are in a situation where they must fight or die, they fight like demons. They have nothing to lose. A wise warlord can use this desperate energy to achieve incredible victories. The lesson is to always analyze the mental and physical territory you're entering. Never lead your troops into a place of death unless you are absolutely certain of your plan and their will to fight. The final tool: spies and information. The expense of a long war is enormous. To win quickly and decisively, you need information. You can't get this from gods or soothsayers. You get it from people, spies. Kaufman describes 5 types. The foreign spy, who is a discontented citizen of the enemy state. The internal spy, a corrupt official you can buy. The counter spy, an enemy spy you catch and turn to your side. The extraneous spy, your own untrustworthy agent you use to feed false information to the enemy. And the vital spy, your most loyal citizen who infiltrates the enemy. All information comes from people. Your job is to be just, compassionate, but ruthlessly subtle in handling these assets. Their identities must be protected, and their information must be checked. Without good intelligence, you are blind and deaf, walking into a trap. In conclusion, the way of the enlightened warlord. So, what's the profile of the ultimate victor? The enlightened warlord is serene and calm. He never reveals his plans until the last moment. He is merciless in combat, but just in victory. He doesn't fight out of anger or passion, but from cold-blooded planning. He leads from the front, eats what his troops eat, and respects them. They in turn love and fear him and will follow him anywhere. He understands that fierceness is essential, but it must be guided by wisdom. He attacks like a poisonous snake, swift, decisive, and lethal. He administers rewards and punishments with the same firm hand. He exists not for his own glory, but for the betterment of his people and the state. Master these lessons. Meditate on them. Apply them to your boardroom, your courtroom, your personal life. This isn't just about ancient warfare. It's a philosophy of aggressive, intelligent management for anyone who desires to be among the few who truly win.